And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, no, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, la-dee-dee-dee-da-dee-da-dee-dum. Hey, BOOZHOO. Excuse me. I caught the COVID when I was up here in the spaceship. Nah. Hey, Wally Bear, what's going on? BOOZHOO Niji. Just hanging out up here, trying to get an eagle eye view. Yeah, that's right. This is how high eagles fly. You don't get to see them when they're way out in outer space. You know. Today's Ojibwe word of the day. Aki, Earth. And Dibik Jesus, the moon. That's right. The moon, they tell us, is a round clay-like ball. Some say it broke off from the Earth millions or billions of years ago. Who knows? And then because of gravity, it formed into a perfect sphere, just like our Earth. Hey, friendship time's here. BOOZHOO, friendship time. Me no giga jebe. Just come up, have a cup of coffee, and take a look at the Earth from up here. Ugh. Computer. Boop, boop, boop. This coffee from the what you call it? Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, the replicator. It doesn't taste very good. I think it tastes like instant. Boop, boop, boop. Pardon me? Boop, boop, boop. I don't understand computer talk. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Anyway, so today, the Aki, Earth. I'd like to talk about something a little more specific than the whole of the Earth. There's a cool Waterboy song called The Whole of the Moon. And it's a guy talking to another guy, and he's like, you know, I went all around the world, and you just stayed in your room. But I saw the crescent, and you saw the whole of the moon. The whole of the moon. Oka hey, Jim Dunn. Me no giga jabe, Jim. The Earth and the moon. They say the Earth is our mother, and the moon is our grandmother. Suggesting the moon is older than the Earth. A lot of stories about how it all began. When I was a little guy, they told me a lot of stories. They told me Santa Claus lived in the North Pole. They told me that Spider-Man, you can get spider powers if you get bit by a radioactive spider. And then they told me there was a big bang. That once upon a time, long before the grandfathers even, there was a big bang. And nobody knows how or why. But somehow, for some reason, or maybe for no reason, nothing blew up. And this explosion eventually created all the stars in the sky. And it created matter, just rocks, you know. Do we got a word here that's relevant? Yeah, the Jesus and the Anagoog. the sun, and the stars. Jesus on a gook. If you don't know how to read Ojibwe, you might think that word says Jesus. Oh, is it Jesus? You mean like the Son of God? No. G. G's are G. Jesus. But when I was a little guy, they told me, yeah, no, there is no God, but there's a big bang that made all the stars and the sun and rocks, and eventually something that nobody knew about until the 1940s, or was it earlier than that? When did Einstein live? 1850s? 19? I don't even know. But anyway, Einstein said, yeah, there's gravity. No, wait, it was Newton. Newton, some fruit in, Knickers, said that gravity made all the rocks and stuff kind of spin together and make balls of rock. And those balls of rock started spinning, circling stars because of gravity. The big G. If you ever look in Freemasonry, they have a big letter G. That's for gravity. And gravity can do everything. It makes rocks and solar systems and all that. Then eventually, for no reason, that ball of rock started to sprout water, I guess. And there was water oozing on the rock. And then, what happens? Lightning. Lightning strikes the primordial ooze. And that creates proteins, cells or something. And then those things start to divide. Or they start to gather. I don't know. But somehow they turn into plants. Turn into moss and then seaweed. And then the food itself turns into fish. And those fish start eating the plants. And then one day, because of evolution, so saith Darwin, those fish, they went, you know what? Yeah, I know we can just eat our ancestors, the plants, and swim in the water, but let's go out where we can't breathe and see if we can't find someone to marry and have babies with. That's what they did. They grew legs and crawled out of the water. And then found someone to marry, and they made babies. And those babies had legs too. And those babies turned into dinosaurs. This is when the story gets great. So then the earth was ruled by giant lizards, like in the land of the lost. Giant King Godzillas roamed the earth, and a meteor came by, a shooting star, slams right into the ball earth that's got roaming lizards, and it makes it snow. So then it snows and it snows for 40 days and 40 nights or whatever. And then eventually, all the dinosaurs died. They went extinct. But their bones sometimes stayed preserved for millions of years or something. Somehow people started finding dinosaur bones around the same time they came up with the story of the Big Bang. Anyway, so they're connected somehow. So all the dinosaurs died off, but the little mammals, they survived. Giant dinosaur didn't like the winter. But the little mammals eventually grew up to be, giraffes and wolves and what have you, and monkeys, and gorillas. And everyone lived together in harmony until one day there was a monkey in a tree who said, hey, you know what? We should climb down. And you know how we're always walking on our knuckles? Let's quit doing that. Let's walk upright. We can see farther. We can hunt greater. That's what they told us. And And that was the age of man. We started to change. And instead of having tails, we had spears. And instead of living in trees, we moved into caves and we became cavemen. And then nothing much happened until about 200 years ago. They invented everything, says history, you know, from refrigeration, electricity, lighting, medicine. You know, people just kind of live like cavemen, certainly until 1492 in North America. I mean, come on, Shanabs. You know how we were, living in tents, in skins that we carved, that we tore off the buffalo? Yeah, we were like cavemen. Nothing happened on Earth between the time of the cavemen and when Christopher Columbus discovered us. It is part of that story too. Now we're up to modern day. And we can just make spaceships and fly around in outer space. We did that in the last 50 years too. Or maybe 70 years if you count just rocket technology. And this is the story and the history of Aki. Mama Aki, Mother Earth. Let's see, where is it? Aki, Earth, and Dibik Jesus, the moon. Remember that, kids? Oh, the kids are already at school. This is what your kids are going to learn at school, by the way. That and all kinds of horrible lies. I don't know. That's what they say. The Earth and the moon. Do you believe it? Friendship's here. Hey, BOOZHOO, Friendship. Did I say hi to you already? Me no giga jabe. Hey, Friendship. How you doing? Okay. Hey, BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, and Natasha, and Michael, and Computer. Hey, Computer. Boop, boop, boop. Wally Bear says hello. Boop, 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 boop. What a horrible thing to say about him. That's not true at all. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know what he said. I think he's saying hello, Wally Bear. Anyway, maybe I should go home and see what Natasha's up to. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Listen, Computer. Boop, boop, boop. One to teleport back home. Boop, 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 boop. I'm gonna go back home. Make it so, Computer.
Hey, baby doll.
Oh, hey. What are you doing?
I'm just sitting here waiting for you to come back. Did you have fun up at the spaceship?
Yeah, I sure did. I told the history of the world.
Really?
Yeah, I taught the class about the Big Bang and evolution and Darwinism and dinosaurs.
What?
Yeah. I didn't believe any of it, but I felt like I should teach it. Oh, and by the way, I don't believe any of that stuff. But how are you?
I'm doing great. Gonna teach a Ojibwe word of the day?
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about teaching the word for Wednesday. Abatuse. Abita Jesus.
Abita Jesus, the halfway moon.
Yeah. Yesterday I couldn't remember the name of the halfway moon. But in Ojibwe we call it the Abita Jesus. It's Abita, that's kind of like the halfway. Abatuse means halfway. Halfway of anything. But we call Wednesdays Abatuse because it's halfway through the week. Abatuse. And, but yeah, so I could never remember that. Anyway, what else is going on in your world?
My world? Not much.
Didn't you and Michael sing a song?
We sang a song.
Actually, no, what? You sang a beautiful song the other day.
Which one?
I Can't Make You Love Me.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, I do. Should I play that?
You could, or you could take a call.
A phone call?
Yeah.
On line 2?
Yeah, it's Rocky.
Oh, is Rocky on back?
Yeah.
Caller, welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air. Hey, yo, NANABOOZHOO, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. How are you, Rocky? Yeah, you can call me Sly. I mean Sly. Sly Stallone. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I'm trying to divide up my stuff. I got my record collection out, and I get to keep one, and then my wife gets to keep one too. Oh, that's right, sweetie. Sylvester Stallone's going through that divorce.
Oh, sorry to hear it, Sly.
Hey, yo, Natasha, it's all right, but I got to divide up all my stuff, half and half. So I'm going to keep this Ace Frehley album, but I'm going to give her the Peter Criss solo album. Yeah, if you got to cut up your record collection, make sure she gets Peter Criss, but you keep the Ace Frehley. Oh yeah, Ace Frehley's the best of the solo albums. I always thought that too. No, I didn't. Sometimes I think Paul Stanley's solo album was the best, but Ace Frehley's really got a great album there too. Oh yeah, rip it out, forget about it. That's how I feel today. What's that? It's like that song from Ace Frehley. Rip it out, take my heart. You wanted it from the start. You got it now, so goodbye. Rip it out, watch me cry. Although I'm not going to cry. I'm the Italian stallion. No woman's going to make me cry. No woman's going to make you cry? Yeah, I mean, one time, Adrian, she broke me down, all right? I admit it. I was afraid. But, no, that's my wife, my ex-wife, I should call her now. She's going to get the Bad Kiss records and half of all my crappy albums, and half my money. But otherwise, it's okay. Okay. So, did you just call in to talk about your divorce? Yeah, I don't got too many friends, so sometimes I gotta lean on you, no, BOOZHOO. Well, I'm glad you feel that way, I've had a lot of friends go through divorces, and, luckily I've never had to go through that, huh?
They say that divorce is one of the most stressful things you can go through. It's like worse than a death.
Yeah. And I think it is kind of a death, it's a death of a dream, a commitment. Yeah, it's a death of love. I think when you go through a divorce, it's like you gotta grieve like somebody died. Yeah, you gotta, take some time, man. This is really gonna hurt your bank account, but more importantly, it's gonna hurt your heart, It's gonna take a while, Sly. Yeah, but you can't, it ain't about how hard you get hit. It's about whether or not you can take the hits and keep moving forward. Yeah, I saw that in a movie somewhere. It don't matter. You can't go around blaming your problems on other people. That's loser talk. And that ain't you. You're better than that. What? You can't go around my head don't work so good. What are you talking about? I don't know. I took a couple of blows to the head, and now I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. Hey, yo, NANABOOZHOO. Yes, sir? What's the Ojibwe word of the day? Well, we were talking about Wednesday, but before the show, I was talking about the Earth and the Moon, the Aki, and the Dibik Gizis. Aki, that's the Earth. I was a heavyweight champion of the Earth. Oh, that's right. You were. You're the heavyweight champion of the world. Aki, Earth. Yeah, it's all right. And then what is that? Dibik Gizis. Yep, Dibik Gizis. Now, Dibik is interesting. Dibik God, or Dibik Guk, means like at night. So in a way, the moon In Ojibwe, we call it the at night sun, because Jesus means sun. Hey, yo, Jesus, sun. Oh, yeah, okay, that's all right. But Dibik is like nighttime sun, usually we call it. But Dibe is also our word for like wherever or whatever or something like that. Or I don't know sometimes. It almost means like the whatever sun or the sun in the where. Nah, it means night sun, I guess. Yeah, but sometimes you can see that moon even when it's not at night. That's true. We see the moon during the day, too. But, Rocky, do you think we ever landed on the moon? You mean back during the Nixon administration? No, I don't think so. I may be punch drunk, but I ain't dumb. You're not dumb? No. I know a lot of people in my generation believe that because they're baby boomers, and that's what I am. I was born, the Italian stallion, he is a baby boomer. But no, I don't believe that we went to the moon. Yeah, it's hard. It's a pretty big story, huh? Yeah. I don't believe in outer space. I think we live on a flat plane with a dome. Oh, really? Yeah, like it says in the Bible. The firmament. Oh, the firmament. Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, Anyway, I better get going. Look, how do you say goodbye in Ojibwe again? Well, we don't really say goodbye, Sly. We say, I will see you again. Gigawaba min, minowa. Hey, yo, I'll see you again. Gigawaba min, minowa. Yeah, you too, buddy.
Gigawaba man, Minowa, Sly.
Yeah, you too, Natasha. Gigawaba man, Minowa. See you later, buddy. Yeah, forget about it. Sly.
He's so cool.
He is cool. And a flat earther. I'm surprised to hear that.
Yeah, there's not many celebrities who dare to come out.
Yeah, there was a couple, but they always get torn up and then they apologize for questioning the existence of outer space. There was that basketball player. I forget his name. And there was a rapper who came out and said, nah, we don't live on a flat plane or on a ball earth. I think Shaquille O'Neal is a flat earther.
I thought I saw something on the internets.
On the YouTubes?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal might, but he's also a Freemason.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah. I don't know what to think of Shaquille O'Neal. He might be a robot.
He could be a clone.
You think he's a clone?
He could be.
I don't know. Do you think Nancy Schmancy's a clone?
No, Nancy Schmancy's our friend.
What's going on, Nancy Schmancy?
BOOZHOO, Nancy Schmancy. Me no giga shabe.
You like that old Nancy Schmancy, huh?
I like her name.
Hoka hey, hoka hey. Did you catch the Meghan Merkel podcast?
No, I saw some clips.
You saw some clips?
Well, I heard some clips.
Yeah. Oh, and she spoke at the United Nations. She's all like, oh, it's so good to be back in England. My country. And all the English people are like, what? Isn't she that Yank who stole our prince? She was the princess. She was the lady who kissed a prince and turned him into a frog. Megan's the anti-princess. I don't know. I miss Princess Di.
Who?
Princess Diana, whatever her name was.
I'm too young to remember her.
No, you're not. Remember old Princess Diana before they ran her off the road? She was nice. She was the people's princess.
That's what they said.
That was old Harry's mom. And then, the Pavarazzi, whatever they're called, ran her off the road. Princess Di became Princess Dead.
Hey!
Too soon? Too soon. Sorry. It's too soon for Princess Di jokes, you guys. Once you grow up. Anyway, I was going to do something. I was going to play a song. Or should I go say a prayer?
Well, I was going to go out and say a prayer.
All right, you can say a prayer. Ba-bum, la-di-da-di-da, ho-ka-hey, ho-ho-ho-ka-hey. This is my favorite picture of the Earth and the Moon, though. This is the, this was taken from the Chinese NASA. They shot a rocket up in outer space. Let me pull that up.
Is that what they say?
Yep. And they went to the dark side of the moon. Or I guess it's the light side of the moon when it's like that. And because of that one guy's big mouth during Apollo 11, where he said you can't see stars from the moon or from cislunar space between the moon and... He said you can't see the sun or the stars. So in every NASA image, you'll never see stars if they show the moon and the Earth. So here, there's no stars. But they say, yep. And everybody says that's fine, except if you were standing on the moon, would the whole sky look like Earth? How far away is the moon? But you know my position on that.
Yeah.
Dybbuk Jesus. The moon. What is it? The Bible says it's a light. Christians, read your Bible. That's a light. Does that look like a light to you? A light to rule the night. It's a nighttime. It's the king of the nighttime world. That's a Kiss song. That's right, Paul. The moon is the king of the nighttime world. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Stanley. How you doing, people? What can't hear you? I'm the king of the nighttime world, and you're my midnight queen.
I'm your midnight queen.
So there's that. I don't know. What should I do, sweetie?
Why don't you go out and teach some traditional Ojibwe culture?
Should I go out to the sweat lodge?
Yeah, I could teleport you.
Yeah, would you send me out to the sweat lodge? I'll talk. We'll get into some deep traditional Anishinaabe teachings. Maybe some history, maybe some stories, or I don't know. I might get. I'll have to listen to the wind.
Okay, that's one to teleport.
Make it so, number one.
Nah.
Oh, wow. Well, isn't this quaint? The sweat lodge. BOOZHOO, b'nai shiag. Birds. Oh, you know what I was going to talk about? But I couldn't be bothered to label it. Honesty. Goyakwa Diziwin. And Daboywin. Truth. Honesty and truth. Goyakwa Diziwin. In the Anishinaabe way. You know what? I will put out some tobacco. Gitchamanadu. Great Spirit. Deka Odapanan Niwi Asema. Please accept my tobacco. Deka Widuka Wishin Ando Minowe Nungum. Please help me to speak well today. Apenge. Amen. Kwayakwa Diziwin. Honesty. Kwayakwa Diziwin is such a lonely word. Everyone is so untrue. Undebwewin. The untruth. Honesty and truth that go hand in hand. I mean, some people are honest, speaking honestly, but they're wrong. You know, I could be wrong, but I'm not lying. I'm not trying to deceive anybody. They call us conspiracy theorists because that makes us sound like we're dumb, crazy, paranoid, that we're accusing other people of conspiring, of lying. But then a lot of us who don't believe in like the moon landing or the ball Earth, we actually think of ourselves as truthers. We just want to know, what is the truth? My grandma had an expression. She was always saying, honestly. Honest to Pete. There's another thing she'd say. I was like, who is this Pete you're always talking about? Why will you never lie to Pete? Is that for Pete's sake? Who's Pete? But honestly. And it's funny, you know. I find myself saying that expression too. Well, honestly. But the truth. What is the truth? Now, when I started to discover all this talk about... I mean, my whole life I've been questioning the moon landing. Since I was a little kid. I mean, if you're at all into science fiction and outer space and aliens, then you're going to be into the moon landing and wonder what the government's hiding. Because that's I think the original moon landing, or the original truthers, conspiracy people, were people who were really into science fiction and into aliens, and thought the government knew more than they were telling us. Thought they were hiding the truth of aliens. That aliens have come to our planet from another, you know. We never questioned whether or not other planets existed. We thought that was already a given fact. Well, didn't science prove that there are billions of other planets? Let's not be stupid. Obviously, there's other life on other planets. You know? But we never questioned whether or not outer space could be just a myth. You know, you look up and it looks like a blue dome to me. Now that I don't listen to anybody else. But honesty, goyakwa diziwan. Can you be honest? So conspiracy theories, you know, the reason why they turn into theories is you try to figure out why did they lie. It's not enough to say, that doesn't sound like the truth to me. That sounds, you know, the Big Bang. Is that true? Well, it's a theory. You can't say we're lying if we just say it's a theory. The Big Bang theory. But now I think it's the Big Bang lie, because there is a truth. And so the question comes down, were they willfully lying? Or were they just trying to be as honest? Were they just trying to figure it out? Come up with theory, come up with some math, cross-reference their own nonsense, and then go, oh yeah, so this is how it happened. Or, why would they lie about the moon landing? Then you go, okay, well, what was the truth? Truth was they couldn't get to the moon. Why? Truth was the moon's not what we thought it was. It's not a ball floating thousands of miles away that you could shoot a firework at, and then through the power of science fiction movies land a hovering spacecraft on this ball. You know, that's not true. Why did they lie? Because if we figured out the truth, the Debwewen, we'd change our minds about everything. Wait, what? You know, all the lies, all the stories about history and stuff that we're taught. Well, we always knew we were on a ball. Well, even to the story, which probably isn't true, that we never had rockets until modern age. They couldn't have proven that we were on a ball until after World War II, when NASA was formed. And they could shoot rockets up. And some people speculate, they go, maybe they shot rockets up so high, it finally hit something, a dome. And they went, uh-oh, what is this? There's no outer space, it's just a dome. And what we see in the sky is just like it looks, a floating thing that changes shape, same size as the sun. So they had to come up with a whole story. Well, quick, to Hollywood. Let's make a movie where we pretend to go to the moon. We'll make a bunch of special effects stuff that'll blow their minds in 1968. But in 2022, let's never show that crappy, old-fashioned science fiction footage. That's obviously not real footage of people landing on the moon. But by this time, people are so brainwashed, so under such a spell, that they get mad at the messenger. They want to kill the messenger. Hey, by the way, yeah, me too. They lied to us, all of us. All of us were lied to. I'm just telling you, NASA lied to us. And now my theory is it keeps going up the pyramid. They don't want you to know about Gitche Manadu. You figure out this place is a snow globe, and it's got the Creator's fingerprints all over it. That the firmament is a sign of his handiwork, as the Bible says. For some reason, who's NASA? Who do they work for, really? Why don't they want the people to know that the Great Spirit is real? At least that, maybe he's dead, I don't know. But at some point in the past, somebody created everything. There was a creator. Maybe he set it up to be self-perpetuating. And then he could leave and ignore us and keep his snow globe growing and whatever. Maybe he'll come back. I don't know. Maybe he's here with me now. So many deep questions start to arise for such a simple mind. When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful. Oh, musical. Oh, it was magical. But then they sent me away. Goyakwa Diziwen, honesty. And then what I always thought was interesting too, in the Anishinaabe way, they say, you know how truth, Debwewen, is represented by the turtle, Mishike. But honesty, the animal that represents honesty, Bigfoot, Sabe. Wait, what? What is this about Bigfoot? And you go, No, when I was growing up, that was the other side. There were aliens, and then there was Bigfoot. And smart people, normal people tell you, no, Bigfoot's a lie. People are just pretending. They're lying to you when they said they saw a Bigfoot. That the average person can accept. Yeah, I believe people lie about that. I don't believe the government lies about going to the moon. That's hard to believe they would lie about that. But these thousands of witness reports over the years in every country, all having similar experiences with a creature we call Sabe, and who's so common in Anishinaabe culture that he's spoken along in similar terms as a turtle or an eagle or a wolf. I think to the Anishinaabe, before English speakers got here, Bigfoot was as common as an eagle. You go out in the woods, you'd see a Bigfoot. Get to a clearing, you see an eagle. I don't know what Bigfoot is. I've told the story before about my dreams with Bigfoot. And how a medicine man told me that it was very rare and special for Bigfoot to allow himself to be seen. Even in dreams, he said. Even in your dreams, Bigfoot doesn't like to let people see him. It's like, what are you talking about? Is it one guy? Is there a whole tribe of Bigfoots? Big feet? Are they Tartarians? Are they giants from the last age? Why does Sabe sound so much like Miss Sabe, which means giant? Were the Philistines giants? Christians will believe the most bizarre stuff, but not believe in giants. The Bible says Goliath was a giant. Okay, there was that one giant. Okay. No. Were most people giants? How about that? What if everybody was a giant except the Bible people? Maybe only the Jews weren't giants. Maybe we all just seem like giants to Jewish people. They are kind of short. But what is the Debwewin? What is the truth? I don't know. We got to figure it out for ourselves. Because we're truthers. I want to know the truth. I don't want to be lied to anymore. Then I'll get on my knees and Anama A. Or Anama Ah. I always get that mixed up. Anama Ah is pray. Anama A is prayer. Then I get on my knees and Anama Ah. We don't get fooled again. Don't get fooled again. No. Computer. Boop, boop, boop. And computer simulation of Sweat Lodge set. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Try it again. Boop, 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 boop. Good job. Boop, boop. Yeah, I was just on this holodeck. No, I really did teleport, but I just teleported from the studio to the holodeck. We try to keep it fun on the show for the kids. Sometimes kids tune in and like, oh, they want to see something kind of fun. You young kids watching this, if you just turned over from Sesame Street, that show that teaches you about vaccinations and transgenderism. This is a show about Ojibwe language and culture and stories of the days of the grandfathers. Did you know that back in the days of the grandfathers, there used to be a show called Star Trek, The Next Generation? Okay, there was even a Star Trek before that. They used to have a holodeck where you could just dream up anything. I used to think it'd be so cool. You could do anything. But anytime they tried to play with the holodeck on the show, it always backfired. They'd be like, oh crap, the safety protocols have been disengaged somehow. Now all the guns in here have real bullets. What a crappy invention. But anyway. Boop, boop, boop.
BOOZHOO!
Hi, sweetie.
Well, hi, NanaBOOZHOO. You ready to come back?
Yeah. Would you teleport me home? Or back up to the studio?
You got it. 1 to teleport.
Make it so, number 1.
Nah. And he's back. Back in the New York groove, York groove.
I'm back. Back in the New York groove. Back in the NanaBOOZHOO studio. Anyway, you want to get up here, sweetie?
Yeah.
All right. Should I play Speed Trap Town or Swallowed by the Cracks or something else?
Why don't you play Speed Trap Town? That has all 3 of us.
All right. Here's a song by, I forget who wrote it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Lyons. Hey, everyone. But Michael Lyons, Natasha, and I all sing on this song, and it's called Speed Trap Town. Miigwech Gabizendawi Yeg. Thank you for listening. She said it's none of my business, but it breaks my heart. Dropped a dozen cheap roses in my shopping cart. Made it out to the truck without breaking down. Everybody knows you in a speed trap town. And it's a Thursday night, but there's a high school game. Sneak a bottle up the bleachers and forget my name. And these 5A bastards run a shallow cross. It's a boy's last dream and a man's first loss. It never did occur to me to leave till tonight, when there's no one left to ask if I'm alright. I'll sleep until I'm straight enough to drive, then decide if there's anything that can't be left behind. Doctor said Daddy couldn't make it a year, but the holidays are over and he's still here. How long can they keep you in the ICU? Veins through the skin like a faded tattoo. He was a tough state trooper till a decade back, when that girl who was a mama caused his heart attack. It never did occur to me to leave till the night when I realized he'll never be alright. I signed my name and I said my last goodbye, and decide that there's nothing left that can't be left behind. road got blurry when the sun came up. So I slept a couple hours in my pickup truck. Had a cup of coffee at an Indian mound, 1,000 miles away from that speed trap town. Never did occur to me to leave. It never did occur to me to leave.
I hate it when we forget that they're on loop.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, BOOZHOO, Natasha Ninja Cause. Natasha is my name. And today we have a very special interview with the rock star cartoonist himself, Michael Lyons. Get up here, Michael.
I can't do that.
What? Remember how we said yesterday we were going to do an interview, just me and you would talk about your artwork?
Yeah, I remember saying that, but we didn't get around to it.
I know. Sorry. Anywho, but today I have some very important stuff I want to talk about.
Really? What's that?
I don't know. Kiss. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Natasha, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I can't complain. Just want to rock and roll all night and party every day.
I know you do. You love to rock and roll and party every day. Did I see someone mention a Kiss song? Oh, is she a realist, sweetie?
Oh, is she a realist here?
Yeah. She says, I'm late. Did I miss Shout It Out Loud?
Shout it out loud!
Nah. How's that go? Well, the night's become and you want some fun. Do you think you're gonna find it?
Think you're gonna find it? You got to treat yourself like number one. Do you need to be reminded?
Need to be reminded. Paul, you got a beautiful singing voice.
I know. Whoa,
woohoo! Although, to be fair, it is kind of... Have you guys heard Paul sing lately?
Hey, never mind about that.
Just saying. I don't know, Paul. I just think it might be time to retire.
I can't retire. I gotta rock and roll all night.
No, you don't have to. You can, it's probably enough. We love you. We don't want to see you just die on stage.
But I gotta rock. What do you mean?
I think it's time you let somebody... Remember that when we were talking about how Johnny Depp could replace Paul Stanley?
Yeah, whatever happened to that?
I don't know. You want to get him on the line?
Yeah.
I'm going to call up Johnny Depp. Paul, I just think maybe it's time you let Johnny Depp take over as singer for the band.
But Johnny Depp's an actor, not a singer.
Well, he sings too. Remember he was in that band with Alice Cooper? And he can play the guitar. And he's got makeup from the Tonto thing.
Okay, sweetie, Johnny Depp's his phone's ringing.
Okay, we're going to talk to the actor Johnny Depp. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He was in a movie called The Lone Ranger and Tonto.
Hey, is this Johnny Depp? Hi, yeah, this is NanaBOOZHOO. That's right, from the podcast. Yeah, how you doing? You want to be on the show this morning? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna transfer you over to Natasha. All right, Natasha, he's on line 1.
Line 1. Well, that's odd. It's usually line 2.
I know.
Caller, welcome to the show, Johnny Depp. I said, welcome to the show, Johnny Depp.
Hello, Natasha. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing quite well indeed. I've picking up the pieces. You know, I just went through a divorce.
Yeah, sorry about that. You and what's her name?
I call her Amber Turd.
Yeah, Amber Turd.
So what can I do for you, Natasha?
Yeah, say, I was just talking to Paul Stanley, and we were thinking it might be time for Paul to retire from KISS.
I didn't say that.
Well, okay, I said it. And we were wondering if you'd be interested, or I was wondering if you'd be interested in maybe being the lead singer for KISS.
The lead singer for KISS, eh? That would be a good gig. I wonder what that would look like.
Well, I think it might look something like this.
Me and KISS. Hey, that's my job.
Well, Paul, I think it might be time to give it to a younger man.
That's no whoa way to treat your star child.
Well, yeah, he wouldn't be the star child. He'd be the crow.
You know, that's an interesting idea. I might have to call. Who's their manager?
Doc McGee. Paul, do you have Doc McGee's phone number?
I'm not giving it to you.
I mean, I don't think Paul's wild about the idea, but I'm sure he's in the book.
Well, I'm either going to join KISS or I'll join the Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, I always thought this makeup made you look like the Anishinaabe Clown Posse.
Well, you've given me a lot to think about. Say, Natasha, before I go, can you teach me the Ojibwe word for goodbye?
Well, we don't really say goodbye. We say, I will see you again. Gigawaba min, minawa.
Well, Gigawaba min, minawa, Natasha.
You too, Johnny Depp. Gigawaba min, minawa hoa. Johnny Depp, baby doll.
Wow, we get the coolest people on our show.
We do. Paul Stanley, Johnny Depp, Greta Thunberg, Hitler.
I mean,
we gotta quit doing that.
what's that?
Laughing in each other's voices.
I know, I forget sometimes.
And we gotta do something about my hair.
What's wrong with your hair?
I don't like my bangs.
Your bangs look fine.
Where's my coffee? So, what else is going on, BOOZHOO crew? Have you ever been in love? Have you ever been in love, sweetie?
I'm in love right now.
You ever been in love with somebody who doesn't love you back? They call it unrequited love. I learned that in college.
Unrequited love? Did you love somebody in college who didn't love you back?
No, I just learned what the word unrequited meant.
Oh.
But unrequited love is when you love somebody, well, they don't love you back. And you can do whatever you want. Oh, look, I bought you flowers. I sent you some candies. Please love me. No. It's not the kind of thing you can negotiate. You can't talk someone into it. You can't say, hey, look, I got a really cool car. Look at my car. Won't you love me? No. You can't buy love. Can you earn love?
Earn love. You can deserve love.
Yeah.
But do you earn it? Maybe.
I don't know if you even earn it. Love is something that just kind of comes to people. But here's a song I want to leave the BOOZHOO crew with. By Bonnie Raitt. And it's about this idea that in this song, Bonnie Raitt is like finally facing facts that she's with a dude who doesn't love her back. And, what else? I can make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Oh, but then the song's kind of weird because she goes, okay, let's just sleep together one more time. And in the morning, I'm going to get some self-respect and move on. Move on, that's what you told me. Move on, keep on moving. Move on, whoa, whoa. But that's what you got to do. This is my advice to my sisters. Natasha's Nabwakawin. Natasha's wisdom. You love somebody, they don't love you back. You got to do what Paul Stanley says and move on. You know, that's what his mother told him. When I was just a baby, Mama set me on her knee. She told me, boy, you listen, there's a lot you want to see. No. Anyway, here's a beautiful song. And it's by Bonnie Raitt, and it's called I Can't Make You Love Me If You Don't. Turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me, tell me no lies. Just hold me closely and don't patronize. Don't patronize me. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart. I feel the power that you don't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. If you don't. I'll close my eyes, then I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning will come, I'll do what's right. Just hold me, baby, and I'll give up the fight. And I will give up this fight. Oh, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart. And I feel the power that you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. If you don't. If you don't. If you don't. Oh, what? How cool is that filter? Oh, the multicolored thing? Yeah, I just love that. 'Cause I can't make you support us if you don't. If you'd like to support the show, Click the links below. Oh, I forgot to grab the new cup. We got new coffee cups that for $20 Patreon supporters we're sending out. But this is an old cup I've had since the 80s. I think it was my grandma's. Yeah. This is what remains. This coffee cup. Oh, the memories of all the many gallons of black medicine water I've consumed. 'Cause I can't make... And Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist, has books for sale on Amazon.com. If you sign up on the Patreon platform, for $10 a month, we'll send you a book called Ojibwe Words and Phrases. For $20 a month, we'll send you a copy of this beautiful book, Dog and Maingan, Counting to 10 in Ojibwe, and a coffee cup that doesn't look anything like this. It's got pictures of Nanaboozhoo and me. Little old me. You could drink your coffee with me every day. Nah. Oh, that's really good coffee. I get just resi when I drink coffee.
Yeah, you do.
My res girl accent just comes out. Oh, not even. I'm not even kidding. Nah. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Gitchimigwetch, gabizendawi egg. And thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and a logo that's dropped down for some reason. But Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This hunk of man over here.
I'll get out of here.
This is Nanaboozhoo.
Okay, miigwech.
Over here, the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
And I will see you again. Gigawa min minawa hawa. Oh, I think this is David and David, swallowed by the cracks.
I once was a dancer, I was young once like you, though I know I don't look it. I jumped high as the sky, had fire in my eyes, and legs like a stallion. And I had a girl and I loved her. My best friend was her brother. We were on top of the mountain that summer, thought we'd never be swallowed by the cracks, falling so far down, like the rest of those clowns begging bus fare back. Swallowed by the cracks, our pride worn down, talking times gone by like everybody else. Swallowed by the cracks, swallowed by the cracks. We've been swallowed by the cracks, swallowed by the cracks. We talk all night about what we could do if we would just get started. I'd choreograph, Eileen she would act, and Stephen was the writer. But then Stevie ran away and got bored. Eileen took a job in a store, while I became this drunken old whore. And we'd been swallowed by the cracks, falling so far down, like the rest of those clowns begging bus fare back. Swallowed by the cracks, our pride worn down, talking times gone by like everybody else. Swallowed by the cracks, swallowed by the